right, good morning. This is part one of the pencil drawing series. You guys will be choosing landscapes or something that depicts Mississippi agriculture and Mississippi landscapes. I will post some on your Schoology page as examples. You can choose one of those, or you can pick one out online. All you need today is a pencil, an eraser, and that's about it. I just want to get you started. We're going to start with a contour outline drawing. So the first thing you're going to add in is your horizon line. I'm going to try to keep that as straight as possible. It is on this one a little more than halfway down the paper, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. I'm going to lightly draw this in. Okay, this is just kind of like our beginning and figuring out what goes where. I'm gonna also, my tree should be somewhere in this area. So there's like the base of it. And then underneath the tree, there is a shadow, another like ground line, and it's what the little house sits on as well. So my tree kind of comes up and then separates somewhere in that space. All right, back behind the tree, the horizon line is a tree line that's in the distance. You can see that all the way across. It's a little bigger over here and then goes like lower. All right, so proximity from the tree to the house, I would say somewhere in that space. Guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. We'll try to get as close as possible. You can actually measure with your pencil too if you would like. It's another tactic to use while you're drawing. So on here for my tree, and this is the same size as my drawing, from my tree to my house is about like that. Ooh, look, pretty good. That is not bad, kiddos. And then slightly above, see, here's my horizon line, so I know that that house goes up just slightly above that. I'm gonna do the roof line. It's in the distance, so it's kind of small. And that roof line comes over for the porch, comes down, and then the top of the house is actually flat. I think I might be a little bit too low. There's actually like a little lean-to on the back of the house. If it bothers you, you can get rid of that horizon line running through the house. I don't want that to trip you up at all. And I think that my roof is just a little too big. So, yeah. So I'm gonna bring that down. And I've drawn so lightly that I can make adjustments fairly easily. Okay. So then I'll add in, there's a little chimney through here. There's a window. Again, we'll worry about this being right a little bit later. We're just trying to get the basics in here. That kind of goes over this a little bit. There's actually some like bushes or some kind of greenery through here, weeds, whatever. And then the last thing that we'll need is our tree. Actually, last two things, and then our crops. So in here, guys, when you're drawing out the outside edge, hope you can see this okay, because I am drawing quite light. You do not want to really put in this perfect outline on your tree because it is very inconsistent and see-through. I just kind of want to get myself like figured out where everything's going. I'm just gonna barely add in some lines so I know how tall this guy's gonna be. It's a pretty big tree. And the shape comes in somewhere like in that range. Okay, hopefully y'all can see that. And then I'll go ahead and start on the crops. So this one comes out right below that window. Kind of a little crooked to it. And then this one comes in this way. This is just giving me like an idea of where everything's gonna go. All right, that's kind of the basics. Now we can start adding a little graphite to our pencil drawing once we make sure we have things where we kind of want them to go. If you want to start safe, you can start with your darkest area. So we could go ahead and do our tree trunk. It's going to be really light to start with. Remember, you always want to start light and build color. It's pretty dark, so I can just kind of color it in right now to get me started. I think that this one should be a little bit more to the edge. All right, so that guys get you started. We're about 6 minutes into this video. The second video will have more shading on it and bring you into the next step. So now we'll just start adding graphite everywhere. Depends on how dark things are. This will get darker. The house is white, so it won't get very dark. The ground is kind of gray, so we'll add a little bit there. I'll show you that in the next video. All right, bye guys.